Hello and welcome to another video, another Fred Whitton video, and the last video before I actually do the Fred Whitton. So we're currently at the point of recording. Today's Monday the 6th of May. I'm just looking at my screen on the computer. It's Monday the 6th of May and we're currently 6 days out from the Fred Whitton. And to say I'm bricking it would be an understatement. I am absolutely proper terrified. I'm having nightmares, can't sleep. I'm just hoping to God and praying that all the training I've done is enough to get me round the course. Now, a lot of people keep on commenting saying, oh, you're going to smash it, Rush, you're going to smash it, which I really do appreciate that. But it still doesn't get rid of these fears that I've got in my head. Going into the Fred Whitton, I'm just trying to make sure that everything's ready, good to go, in terms of kit, my bike, and my actual self as well. So first off, let's just delve into where I've been the last 2 weeks, because I have been riding. Those of you that follow me on Strava will know that I've been hammering it. So 2 weeks ago I went out, well it weren't 2 weeks ago, it was about 9 days ago now, I went and done a whole Moss route, and I did take my camera with me to record it, but I forgot to take this and it was incredibly windy on the day, so the footage was actually uneditable. But let's just delve onto the computer and I'll just show you that route. It is a really good route for those of you that haven't done it. It's a cracking route. So just jump onto the computer here so you can see I covered 53.62 mile. It should have been a 4-hour ride, but I only did 4 hours and 21 minutes for a couple of reasons. One, the route was shorter than I thought it was going to be, but I certainly hit some elevation. And my leg just behind my knee, I think it's your hamstring, that's been giving me jip. It started on that ride, so I got myself over Dovestones and then started making me ascent up Home Moss, which is an absolute brute of a hill, but I managed to get up there in one go, which I was well happy with because I've never done it before. I've usually have to stop, and I actually beat my best time. I'll just show you that first and I'll tell you a little bit more about my damage. So as you can see down here, I have actually done it 3 times, but the second time I've done it, I actually went in from a different route when I went out with Lee. We didn't go right from the very bottom. So it's not really a true it's not a true comparison, because it was 4 years ago and I did it in 39 minutes then, and I did it in 25:55. It was tough, but yeah, I got up there. I did what I had to do. Yeah, cracking ride. So then I come down from there and I actually got back home and then realised I'd only done about 3.5 hours, 3 hours, and then I had a clicking on the bike. So I took the bike down to the Trek store in Manchester to continue my ride. Sat there for a good hour and a half, and then just to be told that my stem bolts were dry. Felt like a complete and utter idiot, like proper idiot. Come home, some copper just slip on the bolts, and then torqued it all back up. Now it's gone, perfectly fine. And just going to the bike as well, I've put new brake pads on, I've put a new chain on, and I've also put on what I told you about a few weeks ago. I've put the 1140 cassette on there, and let me tell you, it's been an absolute game changer. This leads me on to my second ride. So yesterday I did the Tour de Manche. Now I spoke to my coach, and I did originally sign up to do the 100 mile, and I signed up to do this before I signed up to the Fred Whitton. But obviously through my training, the Fred Whitton's been the focus, and my coach weren't really happy with me doing the Fred Whitton, but I said I can't get out of it because I had promised one of my mates to go and ride with him, Malk, who you've seen on the channel once before. Yeah, so he said just take it easy, he said don't burn yourself out, which I did manage to do that. I woke up today feeling completely fine. So here's my data from the Tour de Manche yesterday. So I covered, just on the Tour de Manche, this worked my commute there and my commute home from the actual start line. I did 74.67 mile and 5 hours and 12 minutes riding time and 5,269 foot of climbing. And yeah, like I say, I've woke up today feeling fresh, although my leg, it did flare up again yesterday. So I'm gonna have to take with me some paracetamol, some ibuprofen, and I've got some gel upstairs, some it's not numbing gel. My missus is a nurse and she's got me something, and to be fair, I put it on before I went to bed last night and woke up and it felt fine this morning. So I'm just going to have to deal with that on the day and just grin and bear it. I know it's going to reap its ugly head, but it is what it is. I can't back out of the Fred now because of a little twinge in my leg, and nor will I do either. So yeah, another thing what I want to cover in this video is I've already spoke to you about mentally I'm struggling with it, and I am, but it is what it is. I do put pressure on myself, and the pressure that I put on myself is over failing. I do not, categorically do not want to fail at this. I'm just petrified of not making the cut-off points. So my plan is to be out of the gate at 6 o'clock in the morning. I know I won't be. I know it'll be a bit after that, but as long as I'm on site before 6, stand every chance of getting out of the gate for 6. So one thing I've found myself doing is that I've been comparing myself to others and wondering if what I've been doing is enough. But I feel it is. I feel like when I'm going uphill, the hills are hurting like hell, like going through all kinds of pain. But I just had to cast my mind back to when I first started cycling, and the hills that I couldn't ride that I now can ride, I'm still dying going up them, but I'm just going up them faster. So as long as I can keep it within range, as long as I can rein it in a little bit when I'm going up the hills and not start gunning it up the hills and giving it full beans, because I need to make it. I need to hold on to as many matches as I can until I hit hard knot. Once I hit hard knot, that's when I can. Well, I will have to. I'm just gonna have to dig deep when I get to that point. But that's when I can start burning my matches out. Then get over hard knot, get over Rhino's Pass, and then get over the last one. I forget the name of it now. I always say Tarblee. I don't know what it is that be popping up here anyway. Get over that, and then it's on the homeward bound then, and then everything else is just, yeah, I don't know. You're all probably going through the same sort of thoughts as I am here. So one thing I found myself doing is comparing, like I said, is what I've done enough? So I'm going to run through what I've done so far, and please don't think this is me rubbing it in. I'm just trying to justify what I've done is enough for the year to get me around the Fred Whitton. So as you can see, I've done 163 rides, I've done 2,518 mile of riding, and I've done 130,000 foot of climbing. Admittedly, some of that's on Zwift, but hill's a hill, and we all know what Zwift feels like when you're on the hills. It flipping hurts. And my training has consisted of, we've done tempo sessions, which is what we got doing, what we had at the start. Then we had a week deload. Then we did VO2 training session, and then I had another deload week. And then we've been doing lactate thresholds. So my last flat out effort, hard intensity session on the lactate threshold was last Monday, which was 3 8-minute sessions. And then since then we've still been doing the sessions, but the intensity's dropped down. So on Friday I did 3 5-minute sessions at 345 watts. Let me jump on Training Peaks. So yeah, last Monday here we did 3 8-minute sessions at 345 watts. Ignore that 325, 355. That's for if you're out on the road. On Zwift it takes the average. And that was my last hard intensity session. Then Wednesday I did an endurance 60. It's just a 60-minute ride that. If you're doing it on Zwift, it uses these here. So you do 10 minutes, 10 minutes, 7 minutes, and then repeat at varied watts. Then Friday, as I said, we did a lactate threshold, which was 3 5-minute sessions at 345 watts. Now this here is the only session out of the whole thing that I've actually missed. It was an active recovery, and I was so busy on Saturday with the kids and the missus, I didn't get home. I didn't get home till late on at the night. So, and then I had the Tour de Manche, and I was getting myself ready for that there. Then this next week now, so I'm on a rest day today. Tomorrow we've got another endurance. I'm not too sure whether I'll do that indoors or outdoors. Weather's looking good at the minute, so I'll probably go outdoors for that. Then I've got a lactate threshold on Wednesday. Thursday, I've got an active recovery turbo session, which is what I should have done there, just a gentle spin. I'll probably do that on the way home from work, if I'm honest with you. Friday, rest day. Then Saturday, I've got an activation ride. Now, so I'll be going up to the Fred on Saturday morning. We're going to be there for 3 days. We're having Saturday night, Sunday night, Monday night, me, the missus and the baby. And once I get there, I'll ride to the start line, sign myself in. God, I'm feeling sick thinking about this at the minute. Sign myself in, make sure the bike's all working properly. Back to the hotel, and then it's going to be, I don't know what I'm going to do. Probably go for the walk with the missus and the baby, and then get some food, get some pasta, get some carb loading done. And then there it is. Oh God. I know it's going to be extremely hard and well outside of anything I've ever done. It's going to be brutal. But one thing I can say, hand on heart, is that I don't think I could possibly have done much more than what I already have done. I mean, just scrolling through peaks here, as you can see there, that's all the sessions I've done since so I did my first session on the 2nd of January, which was a FTP test, and he needed that data so then he could build my plan for me. And then we actually started it on the Tuesday the 9th of January, and I've just been going at it since. Just been chipping away at it, each session, working hard, doing what I've got to do to get myself ready. In hindsight, I'd like to be lighter, but as I've spoke of already in these videos, is that having a solid training session outweighs losing weight, and realistically it was quite close when I started training for this, but I didn't even know I had a place in it until, well, whenever it was. So yeah, that's it. There's nothing more that can be done now. I've just got to carry on with my taper, get myself ready, get all my kit ready, get myself up to the Lake District, and yeah, go and do the Fred Whitton. One thing I do want to say as well, quickly, my nutrition plan. So got some great tips, and honestly made up with everyone, and some great advice there. It was more around my nutrition. I wanted to help with the actual grams of carbs and stuff like that to eat, because I know what food my body does like. And I did get some advice off a company, I forget who it was now, I'll leave a link down below to it, and I had a phone call with someone from there, and they suggested that I go with 75 to 90 grams of carbs. And then Mark, my coach, he actually sent me some data, and he sent me a voice message on what I should be aiming for in my rides. And yesterday I actually stuck to it religiously. I was eating every hour. Well, I was eating probably every 20 minutes when my Wahoo was going off, letting me know that I had to eat. And yeah, I never really got truly hungry. And like I said, this morning I woke up and I've been fine. I just had a bit of a restless night last night, just couldn't sleep. But physically, other than my leg strain on my hamstring, I feel completely fine. I could go and do the ride again today, to be honest with you. So all I'll say is watch this space. Hopefully I can get it recorded. I just want to thank you all for taking the time to watch this video and following my journey along the Fred Whitton. Going forward after the Fred Whitton, I am going to be going back to more adventure stuff. The channel did used to be called Rusky's Adventures. And that's what I want to go down towards, go back towards my adventures, going out on the bike and going enjoying myself and going having a good time and going put some efforts in up some big climbs. It's not going to become a training channel. There may be more in the future, but summer's here, the good weathers are here, and I want to enjoy myself and have some good rides and some good laughs with my mates. So until next time, please consider subscribing as always. Take care, ride safe. If you see me on the Fred, please do say hello, and I'll see you hopefully very, very soon. Take care, guys. Have a good one. Bye.